This Vermont utility weather hazard outlook is valid the rest of today, Friday, through next Thursday, March the 3rd. Well, we have a weather pattern to be moderately active without much utility concern. A cold spell tonight, Friday night, will quickly moderate upward over the weekend. Unsettled weather, northern areas, Saturday night into Sunday morning with the genesis of a warm front that lifts north into Canada, mostly affecting the northern one-third of Vermont only. The backside of a clipper system of departing low pressure will bring some gusty west winds to higher elevations. More important, the storm system arrives in the middle of next week with gradient southeast winds, a mixed precipitation bag, as well as tropical-like rainfall, but looks to be low impact for utilities, followed by a chill down and some good project weather later in the end of next week. Well, we have an upper level trough that's going to be moving on out of the region. It's going to be replaced by an area of higher pressure, but it's fairly small. You can see a little bit of snow from earlier on this morning across a wide area from the Great Lakes into northern New England. And this is going to be improving with just a tiny bit of a ridge here that's going to start to work in and bring us better conditions late today on Friday. This is looking at the snow depths at the stake, top Mount Mansfield Summit Station. And you can see this is an average here. Normally we get up around 72, 76 inches of snowfall. This is about half of what we've been seeing, with only reports as much as about a little over, looks like 20 inches, 22 inches. But you can see it's been that kind of a winter. Yeah, a quick check of snow depth shows just a couple of inches here on the 25th. And a little bit more across the Northeast Kingdom. Not a lot to show for it. 6 inches along the spine of the greens of the southern greens here in Northeast Bennington County. And then looking at the last 7 days or so, we can see that about 7 inches atop Mount Mansfield, 7 inches in the Walden area, 6 inches in Sutton, and some parts of the Northeast Kingdom did a little bit better, and then along the spine of the Green Mountains. Total accumulated rainfall from the Weather Prediction Center, and you can see a little bit of a storm track here to the north and west of our region. That's where the heavier snows are going to be as well. And so we're running anywhere from around a little more than a half inch to about an inch, and then coming up on 1.5 inches right in the northern portion, northwestern areas around the Champlain Valley. Pacific Northwest, up in the northern areas, British Columbia seeing the best rainfalls, and then secondarily a storm track here. That puts us in the warm sector when we see this. Okay, for the 3-hourly precipitation and pressure charts here. Departing area of low pressure, that's a little bit of leftover morning snow, and this is moving on out of the region. These are 3-hourly increments. And so this ridge of higher pressure will build in across the region and deliver some pretty decent weather. Clear skies tonight, but strong radiational cooling aspects for a little bit of a chill down. That ridge of higher pressure pushes and kind of weakens, heads off to the east of us and kind of opens the door for slightly warmer conditions. You notice the 32-degree line here is pushing to the north, so temperatures make a little bit of a warm up as we get into Saturday afternoon. And then beyond that, it looks like the cool down remains a little bit warm with a little bit of a little mixed bag of precipitation potential here, but mostly just some light snowfall, not a big deal. Beyond that, we see kind of conditions sort of with that warm front begin to push on out of the region on Sunday. And then here comes the Alberta Clipper system, which tracks mainly across the St. Lawrence River Valley. And it brings in a little heavier batch of precipitation for northern areas. But we're talking about rain showers here. This would be basically on Sunday night into Monday. We're not expecting very much. Beyond that, that system pulls away, kind of drags in some colder air very temporarily. Then you can see as we get into about 117 and 120 hours, we start to see another formation of another warm front, precipitation in the form of snow, and then a warm up. This looks like a changeover, kind of a messy mix to start out during the overnight period on Tuesday night into really Wednesday morning. And then we go to all rain. Sounds familiar? It looks like a tropical-like rainfall will move in during the afternoon hours on Wednesday. That'll be followed by a cool down and a changeover back to snow with our 0-degree isotherm showing colder air swinging in around the backside. That'll be followed by 32-degree isotherm at surface, kind of a little bit slow, so that'll be kind of a Little shot of wet snow on the backside, nothing major, and again, well below any kind of thresholds for utilities. Then we dry on out. We remain cool for the rest of the period here, going past Thursday and into Friday morning. So we have a couple gradient wind possibilities here. The first one arrives on Monday afternoon with a westerly wind. This is a departing area of low pressure, 989 millibars. And you can see the spine of the Green Mountains lit up with the lighter greens. Maybe gusts up around 40, 45 miles per hour, mainly higher terrain, and a little minor downsloping potential just immediately east of the Green Mountains. This begins to pull away, and then the next weather system, a little bit more important, works on in. And you can see it here with, this is valid on late Tuesday night or really in the morning hours on Wednesday. You can see a little bit of a southeasterly flow into a 988 millibar low. Not especially strong, but this shows up here. Now about 12 hours earlier, this was the run. So you can see the models are having a little bit of difficulty, so fairly low confidence on this next system for the middle part of next week. Looking at the GFS ensemble, a little bit of snow here, a little mix as we talked about with that next clipper system. Not much, under 3/10 of an inch. And then we got this puppy here. This is going to be the one around the 3rd of March, mostly on that Wednesday and into the day on Thursday potentially, before drier air moves on in and sets the stage for a building area of higher pressure along with a major cool down. Let's take a look at the temperature scenario. And so what you can see here is the plot for Burlington. This goes above the freezing mark, daily highs. At 850 millibars, just barely above freezing. So this would include probably some mixed type of precipitation, but we're not talking about very much. And a quick look at the centered on Montpelier. This is the 0Z European model run from last night, overnight. And you can see the precipitation aspect here. This is our next heavier shot of precip. That'll happen, it looks like, starting Tuesday night into Wednesday and then finishing up late overnight Wednesday night into early Thursday morning before things begin to dry on out. And this is a 6-hour QPF, so this is the area to focus on. Now that'll occur with surface temperatures rising above the 0 degree centigrade mark. So we're talking temperatures above 32 degrees here, and even at 850 millibars, 3.3 degrees at 12Z. In the afternoon at 1 o'clock, 3.2 degrees above. And then those temperatures crash, you can see aloft, and things switch back to snow. Overall, little impacts for utilities, something we'll have to watch for the middle of next week especially. And perhaps on Monday we'll keep a close eye on any gusty winds along the ridge lines and immediately east of the Green Mountains, both stronger westerly wind gusts that move through on Monday afternoon. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.